Hi Wellham fam, welcome to our channel. I'm Debbie.
I'm Darren.
And got a little bit different sort of stuff from the range, one item that's not, and Darren went shopping for me. Right.
Well, different colouring books and different pens and stuff.
I know, but secretly viewers, we have done this several times, so in my defence I couldn't remember what I'd said. But here he goes. So first of all, we'll cover the pens.
Yep.
Right, I've got these to try. I've got several different bits of pens, and I still say that Sharpies are the best in my experience. However, they don't have a huge colour range, not to the degree I'd expect, to be honest. Now, these packs came from the range, and they're a company called Spectrum Noir. Now, they're not the most expensive, but they are not that cheap either. Each pack of these for 6 pens costs $6.99 from the range. It's about the cheapest place you can get them, to be honest. Different places have different sales, but as Darren actually went down there, it was sort of no postage involved.
They're very close to each other for blending.
Yeah.
If you tip the boxes slightly, you can see the different colour, different shades.
So I was lacking. In fact, the first lot of Sharpies I got didn't have red at all. So Darren got me another pack that had a red in it. But they seem to have a lack of different colour. So I use a lot of the reds and I use a lot of the purples. Not really that shocking because I love purple. But I'm also rather fond of red and blue and green and most colours really. But the problem being that, as I said, Sharpies just don't seem to have the range in colour. They do lots and lots of different packs. Most of them are the same. So, you know, that is the one downside. So these pens, actually, let's have a look at one. So I've just opened the packet and it looks to be, it comes in a little plastic tray. They're quite chunky, actually.
And they're all labelled at the top.
And they are all labelled at the top. Now, this has got... So we go for burgundy first of all. Now, you can get all different size packs. As I said, I was lacking on the purple and the reds. If these are good, then I may very well start collecting other packs, because you know what I'm like. So that's our first one.
That'd be the fine point.
Yeah, that'd be the finer point. And it's quite nice to control. It goes on pretty smooth. It's really difficult for me to tell. I'm going to do a bit on my experience with different pens and whatnots at some point. But
the other end. The other end.
Ah, the other end. That does.
The other end is a wedge.
It is a wedge, yeah. I mean, I believe these are what Sharpies call what's it? Obviously, I'm doing this at a funny angle, but you can still get a slightly thicker line, or, you know, presumably, I don't know because I'm not holding it at the right angle. No. But I was going to say, that is a nice burgundy. That is lovely. But they're quite comfortable to hold. They're nice and chunky. These are not necessarily, I mean, for one thing, they're permanent markers, so not necessarily ones you'd use for children. But what I will say, in starting the colouring inside of things, it's been really handy to realise quite early on that those naff pens that you used to get as kids are still out there. You know, the ones that most of them don't. They dry out within minutes and bits like that. It's worth getting the Sharpies. There's so many deals.
I saw a bit the other one. Apparently you're supposed to, if you put them in water, you have water on the side, if you dip it into water, it'll actually work properly.
Well, either way, I still think Sharpies are the best. Now I have got, I'm going to explain something to you because, alright, go on, there you go. Right, so this is my Khaleesi pencil case that I've currently got all my Sharpies in. Now, I'm not going to open this pack. These are ultra fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I did get a few ultra fines with one of the pack that I've got.
Yeah.
They do. Right. I might as well show you a neon at the time.
Yeah.
They have got several different sets. So you've got the, that is a really naff one to do it on. That'll do. They've got different nib sets. Now, the reason I got the ultra fine is because it's no good for the really teeny tiny bits. So this is one of their neon set. I think there's a set of 4 neons, and there's also mystical. They also do a metallic and so on. If I just do one line, so you can see they're not too bad at all. They're not you know, these are really good pens, but if you want, again, their ultra fine is sort of like the same sort of level as the fine on the Noir.
Yeah.
So it swings and roundabouts, but there's lots of different sets. But just be warned with Sharpies is there are only so many colours they seem to actually do. They also have a habit of bringing out sets where they say limited edition, and you might get, if you're lucky, 2 colours that are different.
Yeah. This set with 12 was on from Amazon. It cost £11.68.
So again, they will be the blue
Those
line.
ones, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I realised quite quickly on doing the colouring bits and that, I was avoiding certain pictures that I really wanted to get in detail. What I'd suggest though, get a book, get some pens, and give it a try. Right, so all of these now they're all from the works. They're colouring books.
Yep.
But
and they're all one-sided.
These are considered adult colouring books, although do not blame me if you type that in your search engine and they send you some very, very strange adverts. So, you know, so the reason these are different, I mean, for one thing, these are really thick pages. They are really, really thick.
Yeah.
These aren't, well, you can pull them out to decorate them nice and easily. So that's something. But yeah, this is from their Mandela Art
Nature Mandela Art.
So
this one was.
Oh, look at that!
This one was £2.99. This was on the works.
I mean, these are fabulous. What I would say is get like a clipboard, because I haven't been able to handle with the light being on because I've been so hot anyway. So I've not been doing my diamond art because obviously I need more light for that. But I can sit and do my, you know, using my colouring pens quite merrily. It's about the only thing that's I've been able to do this weather, to be fair. Right, so this one, again, it's another one that's just pull out what you want to do. And again, it's
wildlife.
It is wildlife, this
Mandela
one.
Art.
As I say, it's really lovely. I'm only showing you a few pages, but this is the important bit.
Yeah.
It's one-sided. So,
and they're also thick as well. So
I mean, these aren't tear out, but they are. They wouldn't be classed as tear out, but you just pull out basically on these.
Yeah. Use your hand.
Yeah, it depends what you're searching for.
They're part of the colour and keep. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they look like they're just like a notepad.
Yeah, you just pull them out, and they are really thick pieces. Oh, look at him. They're really nice thick pieces of card, but I had a hell of a job. One of the reasons that I decided to do this particular video, because initially I was thinking, you know, it's colouring in, why would people be interested? I couldn't find any useful guides to what books, what terminology, what you're looking for, because you can type in adult colouring books and they've got I think an autumn one and a Halloween one, but they're both sides. So the minute you want to use pens, that's fine if you're doing coloured pencils, but the minute you want to use pens, it bleeds through, and it doesn't matter how good things are. You know, I mean, obviously this is thicker anyway, but you wouldn't get that two-sided and thicker like that.
No.
Right, so this one is the meditation colouring book.
Yeah.
Have we said about prices on these?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
You did. Good.
Yeah. Both of those ones were £2.99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, now the meditation colouring book. Obviously, these are thinner pages.
Yeah.
But
They're
you
also
can
on one side again.
just cut them out or put a piece of card in between. To be perfectly honest, if you haven't got card, you can always break down a cereal box or something.
Yeah.
Obviously not pizza, because that would necessarily have food extras on, but I'm sure you guys know that.
But this meditation one, this one's £1.99. This one was.
I mean, so you don't need to spend a fortune. I'm quite eclectic, as you guys know, and when I like different bits, but these are well known for sorting out colouring in has got a lot of health benefits, mentally, and great for your visual bit. So even if you start off and you're not great at colouring in, if you may prefer to stick to coloured pencils to start off with, but I get irritated by those because they never seem to go dark enough on the pages. But it's very much a personal point. I mean, I have got other makes of pens that I've used and tried. Bic's very good, but the problem is the minute you go and use a Sharpie, it makes all your other pens look a bit naff, which is, you know, I'm not sponsored, by the way. This is just me trying. Right, I got this one as well, which is the happiness one,
which again is £1.99.
Oh, it's just a bit random. I love that one. There's mandalas. There's all sorts of different pictures, and I like the fact that some of them aren't as fussy or these are great if you're still getting used to, because I thought, you know, colouring in, you're colouring in the lines, you're an adult. Yeah, you might be an adult, but if it's been a long time since you've actually concentrated on bits like that, I notice that if I get tired, I tend to get a little bit scruffier and make silly mistakes. They say not to blame the tools, but sometimes it really is. I've had pens explode on me, so, you know, it really is in that case. Right, so this is another one. They do kaleidoscope ones, and I believe there's 3 different types to this kaleidoscope range. That's the downside of ordering online. This is one of the ones where you get 1 of 3 books. Now, the reason I say it's downside is Darren, as I said, went out and he got me these ones. They're one-sided. Some of them are a bit more childish than others, if you know what I mean. But essentially, they're really nice to do. And like I said, don't knock it. Do your least favourite ones first till you get used to your penmanship. But
this one was £2.99. This book was.
And as I said, there are 3 different types. Now, even with the range, if you order 3, it doesn't mean you're not going to get 3 the same. So, you know, that is where I must admit it's a bit of a bugbear with me. Right, now this one is one of my favourites, actually. Not particularly this book, but the way they've done it. And it's got little serrated bits, so you can actually tear out the sheets. Again, doesn't necessarily come clean, so, you know, just be careful as you do it. But yeah, this is the astrology one. And you've got the astrology bits at the start, and then you've got some real funky ones. Now, the last haul we did, Darren got me one from Art Maker, which was the Modern Witch, and I've done quite a few of those. Now, again, if you're online, you get one of 3.
Yeah.
So, as I already had the Modern Witch, I didn't run the risk, basically. But unfortunately, the one I wanted mostly, which was Tarot, they did not have in the shop.
This was $2.49. This book was.
Yeah. Right, now this one Darren wasn't so keen on, but I actually found it quite funky. It's a little bit strange. So, again, the important thing is they're one-sided.
But it was only $1.49.
It was $1.49, and it's got these beautiful. I mean, they're quite. Look at that. I just think they're so quirky, and there's sort of something quite. I don't know. Sort of growing up or being a child in the 80s, it's sort of on some of the style bits and that it sort of rings a little bit of a memory bit, if you like. That's the one that won it for me. I had to have that one. I love that squirrel. Yeah, so again, as Darren said, that was a really cheap one. They actually have it as 24 sheets. Again, online it doesn't say if it's one-sided. The only ones that do, I think, have detail on that are the Art Maker ones, which I already knew from Modern Witch.
Yep.
Right, now this
one, this one was more expensive.
Yeah.
But it is quite large and quite heavy.
It is really, you know, and
this was $4.99, still in a bad price.
I mean, this is 20 pull-out posters. So, I mean,
these are quite thick card as well.
Make your eyes go funny. But yeah, there's all different ones in here. And I just love them. Now, I did buy some online. Only a few. I was quite controlled. So, what we'll do, guys, is we'll show you that now. Right, guys, so got some more new pens from WHSmith. So I'll show them first, and then I'll explain something else. Right, so I went for 3 12 packs because currently they're on offer 3 for the price of 2. So I had to slow that down because, namely, I get it the wrong way around usually. I can't tell you. I think these were $15.99 each, these ones, which is still cheaper than most places. The Works do some of them, although not these packs. Although, yeah, they did have this pack in for £9, but I'd missed that offer. So, yeah, so that's the floral.
Yeah.
And show you that. Now this one is the nature one, which is all browns, greens and greys. Yeah. And this one is vintage. Now, I still need to get Darren to pick me up the dark skin tone, the pink and the yellow. But all the ones that are this type,
which are the classic,
yeah, I've got them. I mean, I don't know whether I showed you before or not, but hang on, I could have actually picked one out of the thing, which is so much easier. I'll show you that in a minute. So they have a thick end, sweeping bits. I haven't actually used the thicker end, and they have the thinner. Yeah. Now I've got all the 12 packs of this type that there are now. As I said, there's still some 6 packs I need to get. But I'm just going to show you something here. So if we move these out of the way. Now you get the 12 packs in these trays. You get the 6 packs in them as well. It's just they're half the size, obviously. And I'd been using them like this and just moving them up and down as I've used them. Darren got me this holder. Now this has been an absolute dream. It's just so easy. Oh, you're the wrong way around. So easy to pull them out, put them in. And the other thing is, if I've used a particular colour, I just leave it out, if you see what I mean. So I know I've used that one. When you're, you know, trying to get similar bits, it's really handy. But the holder itself came from the range, and it was £15.
You can get it from other places. It's pretty much that price anywhere. Amazon and bits like that, they all want 15 quid for it.
As you can see, obviously I've got more than the holder, especially once I open the next 3 packs.
So these hold 72.
This holds 72. Ideally, I will get, when Darren picks me up the other ones, I'll get him to get another one of these, because then that's exactly how many you need. So there are 144 on the classic pens. They also do glitter ones, not in this range, it's a different range.
Watercolour.
Watercolour, the glitter ones, metallic ones, fluorescent ones. They also do Colorista, which is still Spectrum Noir, it's still the same company. And I think I pronounced that right. And they do the really thin tip ones, which is something I'll be interested in getting as well at some point. But as you can see, they're all the colours in the classic. And you can tell by the ones I've ticked. Obviously, the new ones I haven't marked off yet. But I just keep this on top of here because it's just nice and handy. I can see what colours that I've got and what have you. I'd still recommend that you do your own colour chart. Because, obviously, an actual colour chart that you make yourself is different from, I mean, the colours are pretty good, but, you know, it's still, I find it better to do it that way. Now, obviously, you guys have seen the colouring books, but I just wanted to show you. Right, this I got from the range, I think I showed you before, and I'd recommend putting a piece of card so it doesn't bleed through. So somebody's trying, well, one of the colouring books are trying to steal the show. But yeah, I've got a card underneath there, and as I said, I've done my own colour chart bit. I've also got, where I have pencil cases, I'm really sad, I like to organise. Now this is what I got because this came from Amazon. Some of the ones are quite large, actually. It's slipping down now, so if I can grab it. Now this, you're a chance of bending it, basically. So as you can see, that is not, you don't want to bend the card. So essentially this I think came to £5.99, and it's nice and sturdy. Again, I've used 2 pieces of card to catch the colour. Now I've mostly used Spectrum Noir colours on this one, and as you can see, the only ones that actually have bled through are the Sharpies ones, because I've been using Sharpies as well. Sharpies are still one of my absolute favourites. But yeah, the lines obviously is just me checking out colour. But, you know, I've got to say, They are really, really good. I mean, plus that's not just Sharpies, they're cheaper pens as well, which is why it's so spluttered.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm just sticking with it. Right, guys, so that is absolutely everything. I'll show you some different projects and such when I've done them, and I may show you some of the colouring in. I may even start going through the colouring book, because I know that's something that I'm having trouble getting hold of visual for what colouring books are one-sided or two-sided, because I only really want the one-sided ones. There's plenty of two-sided ones I'd love to get, but only if they were on one page. But yeah, so that's everything really. So guys, I hope that was useful to you, and as I said, this is obviously my rating. I think these are fantastic. You can get ones that are really expensive, which are going to be absolutely perfect, but I am not a proper artist. I really enjoy colouring in, and I like to do things properly, and I've just fallen in love with these pens by mistake almost. So you know me, I'm eclectic. But yeah, right guys, so just had the delivery from the range, the bits I ordered. I just thought I'd show you this first of all. This is one of the pages that I had from, I think it was the happiness one, but I'm not entirely sure. I always get Darren or myself to cut them out, because I find it easier to do on here. But these are the reds and purples that I got from the Spectrum Noir. Yeah. And there's also the Sharpies. So it's only Spectrum Noir and Sharpies I've used on this so far. But yeah, I wasn't going to show you particularly, but as it came at the same time as what I was doing it as, I thought it was an ideal opportunity. So, now they've given me a big old box.
They always do. Right,
so first of all, you'll recognise these from the shop that Darren did. I actually got a pack. It's the only thing I got that wasn't... It is still colouring in, technically, or paint your own. Right, so... This is why I placed the order. I have not.
This is why you placed the order, and they had that in the shop.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't think you were going to go down there, and then bits came up.
He is only about 2 miles down the road.
Yeah, I know, but look at these. Got mushrooms, boots. Obviously, I'm not going to show you every picture. Oh, look at the mouse. Some more mushrooms.
There's not much room on that.
Pumpkins and various other vegetables.
Carrots with smiley faces.
That's right. I'm hoping they do a nice one for and drip, drip, drop little April showers in autumn. Oh, these are brilliant. Oh, I'm so pleased. But yeah. They are really lovely. So I think I showed you all but one.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm not going to show you all of these.
It is what it is. Ah, damn it.
Oh, well.
Right, so the kaleidoscope one I ordered, they actually sent the one that Darren bought. But I do think, I was thinking about getting some bits for my mum. I'm quite safe saying that because she doesn't usually watch our hauls. So this will probably be going to her as a little stocking filler at Christmas, and I'll get her some nice pens.
The horror colouring book.
It is. I only actually ordered those 4 items, so a box that size.
You'll probably find they only have a few different size boxes.
Yeah, that's right. I can guarantee you that's going to fall on the floor if I leave it there. It's not a problem normally, but I've got a sleeping hamster on my lap. I'll show you in a minute. Yeah. Right.
The horror colouring book.
They're both sides. It didn't show us what... No, they're not. No,
that's
they're
the introduction.
Not. No, it's because it was an introduction. Yeah,
Baba Yaga's hut, anyway. Clowns.
He's happy, isn't he? Oh, look at him. They do have, if you've got children like the old like they only use coloured pencils, they do have an autumn and a horror one where they are both sides, and
Well,
they're only £1.29, those ones.
Yeah, they do. They do children's horror ones for Halloween.
Yeah.
They've also got the Stranger Things one, but the Stranger Things is on every page as well. Got a harpy there as well.
Oh, I love that. The zombie apocalypse. I haven't come across one, but I'm really hoping for a headless horseman. That's a wicked. Yeah, so again, I mean, it's quite a thick old book. So, Darren, do you remember what the prices are? We wrote them down yesterday in preparation.
We did. The horror one was $3.99.
Yep.
The Mindful Autumn one was $3.99. And the Kaleidoscope one, which we would have got, was $2.99.
Yeah, so as I said,
already knew that anyway.
It's a stocking filler got. I'll probably get her one of the books that I think's, but they're really good. I mean, they are really calming. They're really good at using stress. And I know a lot of you guys like the diamond paintings, but you can't necessarily do them because it's a lot more fiddly. And, it is what it is. Right, so Daddy, do you want to show them what I've got going on my lap? He's just woken up a little bit.
It's a Tyrion. A T-Force. Hello, mate.
It's hard being two, innit, mate? Oh, there you go. Okay. You're so cute. Right, yeah, he's... Oh, sorry, mate. There you go. It's because my T-shirt's not... There you go.
Not covered up.
Right, so I want to know what you guys think. Have you tried colouring? Have you sort of dismissed it? Are you sort of like, oh, you can do it on your phone and bits like that? It's very different.
You fall asleep doing it on my phone.
Yeah, I like doing it on my phone as well, but there's something really satisfying to me anyway. But we're all different and we all have different hobbies. So if I can sort of, because I'm very eclectic with my hobbies, if I can do some bits that enables you to think, oh, actually, I never thought of that, or actually that looks like something I'd be interested in, then as far as I'm concerned, I've done the job. Right, so all that leaves me to say, apart from please let me know what you think the best one was, colouring book wise or what have you. Let me know if you've got a huge selection of these pens, the Spectrum Noir ones, so I could be utterly jealous of you. Or tell me if you're only a Sharpie person, or what pens you've found good. Any information is always gratefully received either way. And as you guys know, I share my information with you. Right, so all that leaves me to say is be different, a very merry on hoo-hoo, and I can't boop, so it's going to have to be boop.